Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review of another 80s horror film. And this is one, again, someone had asked me about. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it, but happy birthday to me. I actually forgot I had this on DVD. Once I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's right. Many years ago, I was trying to grab as many slasher films as I could on DVD. Didn't get a lot, but because I was planning to do a marathon of them, and then things changed. I know this film has a fan base. I'm not one of them. I'll say it does have some merit. It's not like one of the worst 80s slasher films. I mean, it's not up there with Final Exam or Girls Night Out or The Prey, which I'll get to that, boring as hell. You want to see a film that seems like it was financed by National Geographic? Go watch The Prey from '84. But this one, the lead girl, Melissa Sue Anderson, does a good job. There's some competent direction by J. Lee Thompson. This is a guy who did the original Cape Fear. He worked with Charles Bronson quite a few times in Bronson's late career. There's a couple of fun kills. I would say, really, when I saw this the first time, the ending left such a bad taste in my mouth. It made me hate the film, and it still does to this day, because I thought, to me, is one of the most insulting, stupefying endings in a slasher film ever. I really do feel that way. I mean, the gist of the story is that, of course, a group of kids, which they're part of this sort of snobby group called the Top 10. This, like, popular clique. And this girl, Melissa Sue Anderson, she's kind of new to the group. But you also get the idea she has a little bit of a history to her. You come to find out what it is, that her and her mom were in an accident, and she got injured, her mom died, she had this thing with her brain, she needed surgery with it. And then you're supposed to wonder, is she the killer? Is she having blackouts because of this stuff with her brain? What's going on? And then, her friends start getting killed. Now, I know one of the taglines, like, the 6 most bizarre murders. I'm like, not really. I mean, the death scenes, I would say the ones that are worth it are, there's this scene. Although, I swear that actor that did it didn't look like this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a guy they put for the promotion. I don't know. But there's a person who gets a shish kebab in their throat. Damn, didn't know it was getting so dark. There'll be lights. Damn. Everything's falling apart while I'm doing this. There's the shish kebab to the throat, in the mouth. There's a guy lifting weights, and then something happens, and the weights land on the guy, and a bunch of blood spurts out. There's a guy who gets his scarf thrown into when he's fixing a motorcycle, and his face gets to it. Although, it seems like this was edited down because of the MPAA. The other kills, I mean, a guy gets stabbed in the stomach, or a woman gets slit in the throat. So I wouldn't call it bizarre murders. But I mean, like I said, there's some competent direction. Like, there's a moment when the characters are in school and they're supposed to perform on this frog, and then she, like, the way it's directed, like, this red light is just comes out of nowhere around her. It's an artistic choice as she's having a flashback to a memory, and it's to her surgery. At one point when they have the surgery, it looks pretty nasty, where they open up a piece of her skull, and mess around with her brain. Good effects. And like I said, the lead girl did not do a bad job. You also have Lawrence Dane as her dad. Lawrence Dane was in Rituals with Hal Holbrook, which I love. He's been in other films too, Lawrence Dane. You also have Glenn Ford from the first Christopher Reeve Superman as sort of her doctor. But I can't really say I like a tremendous amount of the characters. I mean, like, it was cool to see like Matt Craven, who I remember from Jacob's Ladder. He had a bit role at the beginning of Disturbia. I think he's actually the guy who gets killed this way. I believe that was him. It's just two things bring this film down to me: the running time and the pacing, and the ending. Usually slasher films are like 80-90 minutes long. This is an hour and 50 minutes long. In my opinion, way too fucking long. You could have easily cut 20-25 minutes out of this. I think it would have helped tremendously. And two, if it had a better, for me, I can only speak for myself, a better, more satisfying ending, I don't think I would hate this movie as much. But the ending is insulting. And then when you have this, again, pacing, because I think the film is way too goddamn long, it makes me not really ever care to see the flick again. And the ending, spoiler alert, for those who don't want to know, by the hour mark, you think it's the lead girl, because you actually see her do the kills after that. Then her father, Lawrence Dane, is brought to this birthday party where all these dead bodies are at. And she's sitting there, or standing there, and then slits his throat. And then you're like, okay, that's the twist. The lead girl is a killer because of this brain thing. No, that's not the twist. There's another body there. She lifts the head up, and it's the same girl, Melissa Sue Anderson. And you're thinking, what is this, a twin sister? Evil twin sister? No. It's Mission Impossible bullshit. And you know, Mission Impossible I could deal with because, yeah, it's horse shit, but, you know, it's government technology. You have millions, billions of dollars, whatever. I'll go with it. But this fucking girl who probably can't buy a fucking car, but is able to have a perfect mask of the lead lady over her face, because they struggle and the face gets pulled off, and the face looks like it's pantyhose, as thin as fucking pantyhose. Literally looks like a pantyhose came off, and it's her friend, her best friend, which I guess they're half sisters or whatever. She did this blah 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 blah, and that each time there was a kill, the girl would chloroform the lead lady. So you get like a little montage where she keeps getting chloroformed, which was funny. I don't think it was intended to be funny. He's like, and then over here, and the fucking, they have a struggle, and the lead girl kills the killer, but then a cop comes in, because the cop just happens to be there, and goes, "What have you done?" So I guess she's going to be implicated in the killings, even though she's innocent. Which I'm thinking, just tell her the truth. That was the killer and you defended yourself. But, you know, what do you know? What do I know? But yeah, I mean, some competent direction, a decent lead performance, a couple of decent kills, although you could tell the gore was a little bit neutered or trimmed. Doesn't save the film for me. I would never watch this film again. And the slow pacing, to me, it dragged. I mean, again, usually slasher films are like 80 minutes, 90 minutes long. Sometimes even like an hour and 15 or hour and hour and 17. This is like an hour and 50. I think that was way too long. And The mystery wasn't interesting to me, and the ending was bullshit. A lot of fucking big horse shit. And I think that, yeah, it's one of the dumbest fucking endings I've seen to a slasher film. And that's saying a lot. And a lot of people like the ending because it's batshit insane, twisty. To me, it's a step too far. It's a step too far, and I'm like, fuck this. Like, what? Don't insult me, bitch. I'm talking to the movie. Don't insult me, bitch. You fucking bitch. Don't insult my ass. Fuck out of my face, bitch. That's what my brain is thinking. But yeah, happy birthday. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. I hate this movie, and it can suck my D.